Hey everybody, how are you? Hey Luke, how are you? Good. Kind of a two-part question, but number one, it's been a while since a man has sung the national anthem. After Gaga's Drop the Mic performance last year, did you ask her for any advice, and did you talk to her? And do you have a rooting interest in this game? Are you going to be able to kind of unattach your...
Yeah, I texted Gaga about it. No, I didn't, but I didn't realize that it had been such a while before, a guy or, there had been a man sing the national anthem until you find out that you're doing it, and then they start running all the stories about it. But, I think she did an amazing job last year, and through this process, I've kind of gone back through the years and watched how people approached the anthem, and just tried to figure out in my mind how I wanted to approach it. And I think it's just about, last year she put her stamp on it, which was amazing. And it's a big moment for me, and I'm excited to get out there and hopefully put my stamp on it. And as far as who I'm rooting for, I have to let it be known that in most years I can kind of be pretty neutral on who's going to win the Super Bowl, and then you're always going to get some flack from your fans, But I grew up in Georgia, so I'm definitely got a pull for my Falcons, my Dirty Birds, and but I've headlined Gillette Stadium a couple of times and have met the Crafts quite a bit. So I'm like, it still hurts to that I may never get to headline Gillette again if I say too much about me pulling for the Falcons, but. I got to go with the home state and the home team. So.
And speaking of the home team, let's stay with a question from Atlanta. We have Fred from CBS.
Yeah, Luke, I was just going to ask you about the same question. Did you grow up a Falcons fan down in Leesburg? And you brought up the Dirty Bird, and all of us that were there remember the Dirty Bird. So, do you know how to do the Dirty Bird?
What was it? Yeah, I kind of have it. I'd have to give me a second. Let me pull it. Go back in the file. But as a kid, my dad, who is so excited. The irony in this is I agreed to do the anthem well before the Falcons got on their postseason roll. And I'm like, come on, Falcons, you can do this. And so I'm cheering for two reasons, because I can have the opportunity to do the anthem, that the Falcons are playing in, that the Falcons are playing in, and then I can get my dad. My dad's one of the biggest Falcons fans that I've ever met, and so as a kid, every Sunday, he's sitting in his lazy boy cheering the Falcons on. It was like Billy White Shoes Johnson days, and then obviously when Deion Sanders came to the Falcons, that was just an unbelievable time for the city, and the Too Legit to Quit. It was kind of crazy. You got MC Hammer running around the sidelines and Deion, and it was fun. And then, when we beat Minnesota to go to our first Super Bowl, I was in college at Georgia Southern, and we were, as you know, we were partying at college, but it was a big moment for us to be from Georgia. So what was the Dirty Bird? It's kind of, oh yeah, there we go. So
it was good. Good imitation to Jamal Anderson. Let's go next question to Scott Evans, Access Hollywood, right in the middle.
Hi, Scott Evans from Access Hollywood, and a lot of eyes are going to be on you for singing the national anthem, and overseas there's also a lot of money on you based on the duration of your national anthem. Have you heard about that? I wonder what your thoughts might be on that.
Yes, I've had friends, family, people that I don't even know, like walking down the street, I had a buddy of mine call me the other day, and he's like, hey man, you going long? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, just say long. That's all I need to know. I'm like, it's 8:30 in the morning. I don't know. And he goes, on the anthem, are you going long? I'm like, oh, come on. But so it's fun. It's fun for me and my buddies to talk about it. But the interesting way that I'm going to do the anthem is I'm just going to walk out there and sing it. It's not like, I've got I've got a band or an orchestra that's on time and they play it the same way and I'm following them. I'm kind of going to walk out there and kind of follow my heart and follow the vibe of the room. And so there's no telling how long it may go. I may get out there and go, I'm about to pass out, I need to get this thing over quick. Or I may get out there and really, really feel good in the moment and try to milk it a little bit. Go ahead. Oh, there you go. Go long, baby, go long.
We're going to go over to the right. We have Kelly from Rhode Island.
Hi, Luke. I'm Kelly Sullivan from WPRI in Providence, Rhode Island. Obviously, you're very comfortable on stage singing in front of thousands of people, but doing this national anthem in front of millions, about more than 100 million people watching on TV. Do you think about that? Do you think about that pressure, or are you just going to go out there and sing?
Well, certainly you think about that pressure. When I got the call to do this, you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then I kind of sat down, collected myself, and I said, what an opportunity, it's what I moved to Nashville, it's what I dreamed of, to move to Nashville and become a country music singer, and then, to look back on my life and to remember what happened Sunday, it'll be certainly a highlight of my career and my entertainment life to be able to walk out there and hopefully perform the anthem in the way that I've always dreamed I would do it, and to know that there are 100 million plus people from around the world watching that happen. I think it's more important for me to focus on being in the stadium and feeding off the energy of that and not think about, cameras in my face, cameras recording me, and it going out all over the globe, and just try to get wrapped up in the moment there. And if I do that, then I think it'll translate on camera, and people will hopefully enjoy my rendition of it.
Let's go far left with David Barron from the Houston Chronicle in the back.
Luke, Diana Ross in Super Bowl 16 asked the crowd to sing along with her when she performed the national anthem, but in recent years it's been a case of people generally stand up and listen to the performer sing the anthem. Would you like the crowd to sing along with you as you perform?
Well, I think the crowds, anytime I've ever been at a sporting event, I've always noticed that crowds are singing along typically with the singer anyway, so I would welcome, certainly. I mean, I think the more you have the crowd singing with you and caught up in the moment of the anthem, I think it just feels even more patriotic, and you feel like, there's something pretty special about watching somebody do the anthem and hearing people next to you sing along with them. I think it just shows even a better form of patriotism. So certainly, if anybody, I hope they're up there singing louder than me, and I'll certainly enjoy hearing the crowd sing back to me.
Okay, next up, we have a question from Boston.
Hey, Luke, Mark Ockerblum with Fox 25 in Boston. Let's talk about this. This is a slice of Americana, but you have troops serving across the world who will be up all hours of the day and night to watch the game. Do you think of those servicemen and women out there while you're singing it?
It's the basis of why I believe as an entertainer you should stand up and sing the anthem. I think it's such an important thing for the troops to watch patriotic moments back home, certainly when they're overseas and they can't be here watching the game in the comforts of their own home. They're somewhere, in a, huddled around a big screen overseas. So it's a very important moment for me to really focus and think about them while I'm up there singing, and honor all of America and honor all of our soldiers and honor all of the people that make our country what it is. And it's a huge, I've said in interviews before, I never had the opportunity to serve in the military, and I feel like a little way I can kind of serve my country is, using my voice to do the anthem and always uplift and bring, bring some smiles to men and women in the armed forces, so certainly feel like that's my little way to serve.
Now, we know that James Corden wanted to be here. He couldn't get here, but he sent two people who wanted to say hello to you. Angie and Ruth?
Hey!
What's up?
Hey there, Luke. What's up? So we've had a little intro already from Bryan. Great. So we are the Corden sisters here from the Late Late Show with James Corden. Okay.
I'm sorry that you had to grow up with him, by the way.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. It was really tough. Really tough. We've been in therapy for a very long time, Luke, but we'll talk about that another time, just when it's us. You know, we don't want to do it in front of everyone. But James did send us with a very specific mission, and we're wondering if you'll help us with this.
Oh.
His mission to us was, we need to hug a cowboy.
Hug a cowboy.
Are you willing?
Well, I'm a kind of more of a country boy, but cowboy, country boy.
Mate, we can take any kind of...
right.
Come on, Luke.
Let's do this.
Come on, Luke. Come on in. Woo! Give it up for Luke, guys. Come on.
We can do kisses.
Luke, man. We love Luke. Look at you. You make a great match, actually.
Everyone's cheering.
Hey, listen, mate. We are big up cheering you. Big up cheering you.
Love you, James.
We love you, James. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate that, mate.
Thanks, Luke. We'll go to Miriam from E, right in the center.
Hi, Luke. I'm Miriam Issa with E. What non-country music artist would you love to see take a crack into country music? And also, what did you think of Lady Gaga's forays into country-style music in her last album, Joanne?
You know, I welcome any huge pop star or rock star to you know, that happens a lot of times in obviously in Nashville, where you know, Steven Tyler's been in Nashville recording some versions of country music that he's influenced by. I think just this past year, I had the opportunity to do a CMT Crossroads with Jason Derulo, and he was amazing. I mean, so, right off the top of my head, somebody like Derulo would be amazing to do a country song. Or, I mean, I think anytime you have artists from all over, and the fans are able to, that's the main thing you focus on when you start trying to cross over is, are your fans going to support you? What are they going to say about you? And sometimes you just have to kind of be moved by a song that makes you cross over. And I hope I'm answering your question okay, but... Oh, so what was the Gaga question again? Oh, got it. You know, I know that she's been collaborating with some Nashville writers, and she actually collaborated with one of my best friends a couple of weeks ago, and so yeah, I think anytime that you kind of have writers from LA coming into Nashville and Nashville writers going on, I think it makes for more creative music. It makes you branch out. I mean, in Nashville, you can start kind of writing yourself to where you're almost kind of sounding the same with some of your styles. So when you add other people in there to help you with your creativeness, you know, it'll add something hopefully to your music. And so I've certainly enjoyed hearing Gaga do some stuff that, you know, that isn't quite what she did when she first came out, but you know, it's always refreshing to hear her kind of just sitting there with a piano, and at times they do sound pretty country.
Okay, we have time for one more question. We'll go right here in the middle from Boston.
Hi, Luke. Susan Trent from NBC Boston. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
When you were at Gillette a bit ago, you did a whole Free Brady thing, and I'm fearing that my friends back in Boston are going to be a little disappointed that you're a Falcons fan, even though it's your hometown. Can you reassure them? Will you cheer for Brady a little bit? Will you have a little bit of heart for the Patriots?
Oh.
There's so many country fans. There's so many Luke Bryan fans there.
Well, and like I said, this is where I got to be careful, because the Boston area and I mean, everything about my memories of playing in Boston and Gillette have been amazing. And yeah, that was a fun, I think when I played Gillette, it was right when I think the suspension had kind of went down, and it was just fun to stand up there in the heart of Patriots country and get everybody shouting "Free Brady." And you know, at the end of the day, I'm a huge, anytime, obviously a huge sports fan, and they're a dynasty. You know, they are a modern day football dynasty, and so there's always a ton of respect to go along with that when you think about just even when I go play Gillette Stadium, how the people that run the Patriots have treated me like I was at home in one of theirs, and it flows down from obviously Mr. Kraft to, you know, all the people that I've met with the organization. So, like I said, if the Falcons weren't in this thing, I mean, I would certainly just sit back and enjoy a Super Bowl, and you know, that's kind of typically how I am. I always want a good game, and I want the team that seemed to be the better team to win. And but it's just a strange scenario. There's not a strange scenario, but a different scenario that my Falcons are in there. So, still love you, Boston.
That's a great way to close. Luke, we do want to thank you again for joining